Being called mature as a child sounds like a compliment. But what if it's actually a warning sign, a sign that you had to grow up too fast and carry things you were never meant to handle? Because those experiences don't just disappear, they stay with you, in your thoughts, your relationships, and your life, even today. When a child grows up in an environment filled with stress, conflict, or emotional instability, they start to change. They adapt quickly. They begin noticing everything: tone, mood, even the smallest changes in behavior, just to avoid problems. Because for them, staying aware feels like staying safe. Over time, they stop expressing their own needs and focus only on keeping things calm. Not making things worse becomes their priority. And this doesn't happen consciously. It builds slowly as a response to the environment they grew up in. In psychology, this pattern is called parentification. It happens when the roles between a child and an adult become unbalanced. Instead of receiving emotional support, the child starts taking responsibility for managing emotions, reducing conflict, and keeping the peace. From the outside, this can look like maturity or responsibility. But internally, it creates pressure the child is not ready to handle. As this continues over time, it doesn't just affect behavior. It starts to shape the brain. The child becomes highly alert to their surroundings, constantly monitoring what is happening and trying to predict what might go wrong. This is called hypervigilance. It's a survival response where the brain tries to create safety by staying prepared at all times. At the same time, the child may start believing that their own needs are less important than the needs of others. As that child grows into an adult, these patterns don't just disappear, they stay. They become independent and capable, but still struggle in ways no one really sees. They find it hard to relax, even when nothing is wrong. Asking for help feels uncomfortable, because they are used to handling everything on their own. And over time, they keep putting others first while ignoring themselves, until it turns into emotional exhaustion. Many people assume these behaviors are just part of who they are, but in reality, they are learned patterns formed in childhood to cope with difficult situations. What once helped them survive can later hold them back. It's important to understand that emotional needs from childhood don't just disappear. If a child didn't receive enough support, attention, or safety, those unmet needs can carry into adulthood. They can show up as emptiness, ongoing stress, or a feeling of not being fully secure in relationships. The first step toward change is awareness. Instead of dismissing your experiences, take a moment to reflect on them honestly. Ask yourself a simple question: what did I need as a child that I did not receive? Once you recognize those needs, you can begin to address them in small, practical ways in your life today. Growing up too fast doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you adapted to a situation that asked more of you than it should have. Now, as an adult, you have the chance to respond differently. You can learn to take care of yourself, set boundaries, and allow yourself to rest without guilt. That is not weakness. It is a healthier way of living.